Hollow Crash, baby. Come on.
Since we're sitting here admitting things, we're just admitting things. Why don't you just go ahead and admit something for me?
Me and Slave IRL are lovers, and I kissed him the other day. That's about all. I'm on top, Slave's on bottom. Yes, while I'm kissing his bicep, scratching his back. Sometimes he makes me feel like an obedient bitch.
Why don't you go ahead and admit to something real quick?
My dick's big.
You go ahead and admit to something.
I have nothing to admit to because I'm a child of God, and I'm a good person in society.
Go ahead and admit to something right now.
Admit something? Sometimes I like men.
Why don't you go ahead and admit to something?
I'm fat.
Just since we're all sitting here admitting to things, why don't you go ahead and admit to something?
Cher has a thing for Shrek boys.
Just since we're both sitting here admitting to things, why don't you go ahead and admit to something?
I admit I love my parents.
Why don't you go ahead and admit to something right now real quick?
My pussy is really wet.
Just admit to something right now.
But I f***ed your mom.
Just since we're sitting here admitting to things, why don't you go ahead and admit to something?
I can't sell as a furry avatar because he's an animal.
Because just since
Dude, it's fucking sun time. You're not gonna get me in your content. It's sun time, dumbass.
Just since we're sitting here admitting things, why don't you just go ahead and admit something?
I'm an alcoholic.
Since we're both just sitting here admitting to things, why don't you go ahead and just admit something right now?
I used to take people's dick pics and blackmail them with it.
Why don't you just go ahead and admit to something? Just admit something right now.
My dick's bigger than yours.
Go ahead and admit to something right now.
I once called a gay person gay.
Just since we're both sitting here admitting to stuff, why don't you just go ahead and admit something right now?
I admit that I just shaved my beard that I had for a long time, and I look like shit.
Just since we're sitting here admitting things, why don't you just go ahead and admit something to me right now?
Prepare yourself for this.
Hurry
I
up.
have an active OnlyFans.
Say it out loud. Say it out loud. What's your OnlyFans? Say it out loud.
I have... Oh, Pot 19.
Just since we're admitting things, go ahead there.
I ride my motorbike very drunk.
Terrible dark secret to me right now.
I've sucked dick before.
You rate me?
Yo, why don't you just tell me a fucking horrible story that happened to you? Come on, man. Cook something up for me right now. Let's see it.
When I was 5 years old, I walked into my parents' room.
Yeah.
Watched my dad beat my mom.
Dan the man, length and girth in a horrible dark story that happened to you right now.
My length of my penis.
Obviously.
7
What else?
inches.
Alright, now
Is that
horrible
alright? 7 inches?
Now horrible dark story.
I don't have any. I can't remember. I literally can't think
Just
of any.
Tell me a story about a time that you like finger banged one of your best friends.
Deploying flashbang.
What the fuck?
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? Will the real Windex bottle please stand up? I repeat, will the real Windex bottle please stand up, y'all? Acting like you never seen a Windex bottle before. Spraying the floor, bust a move, head for the door. That's when I started spraying her more. Couldn't land a verdict, so I sprayed her in court. It's the return of the, wait, you're kidding. Did he just say what I think he said, did he? And Dr. Dre said nothing, you idiots. Dr. Dre's dead. He's getting sprayed by Windex in my basement. Feminist women love Windex. Chicka, Windex. I'm sick of him. Look at him, walking around spraying. You know what? Spraying to you know who? Yeah, but Windex so cute, don't care. Probably got a couple of sprays up in my head loop, but no worse than what's going on in your parents' bedroom. Sometimes I just want to get on TV and spray the word, but can't. But it cool for Windex to spray a dead moose. My Windex is on your lip, my Windex is on your lips. And if I'm lucky, you might give Windex a little kiss. And that's the message Windex delivers to the kids. And expect them to not know what Windex is. Of course they're gonna know what Windex is. By the time they get sprayed in the fourth grade, they've got the Queen channel, don't they? We ain't nothing but mammals. Well, some of us Windex bottles who spray other people open like cantaloupe. But if we can spray dead animals and antelopes, then there's no reason that a Windex bottle and another Windex bottle can't elope. But if you feel like I feel, I got the Windex antidote. Windex, wavy pantyhose, sing the chorus and it goes. I'm Windex, yes I'm the real Windex. All you other Windex bottles are just imitating, so won't the real Windex bottle please stand up, please stand up, please stand up. Cause I'm Windex, yes I'm the real Windex. All you other Windex bottles are just imitating, please stand up.
What are you even doing out here?
Hollow Crash, baby.